Welcome to the Cash Flow Guys podcast. Join Tyler and his team as they unlock the secrets to achieving financial independence through wealth-building strategies inspired by Robert Kiyosaki and other thought-provoking leaders.
Learn to build leveraged streams of cash flow that land in your pocket and improve your quality of life.
Gain access to cutting-edge ideas that will increase your productivity and streamline your success. Find out how to supercharge your retirement plan so you won't have to retire with a pay cut.
You can escape the rat race.
Are you ready?
It's time to Learn to Earn with Tyler Sheff.
Welcome to the Cash Flow Guys podcast. It's that time again. We are here for another episode to learn to earn. Now, last time I talked about my little trip to Belize. I was in Belize for a week, chartered a sailboat, was with some friends, had a great time. During that time, I had a lot of aha moments. I got to spend some time around some people that I look up to, mentors of mine. I spent some time sailing around the ocean blue with them and having some pretty intense, deep conversations, working through problems that we both had in our businesses, working through challenges of the ocean, navigational challenges, all of that. And this week, I want to talk about what I learned when I got home. So, first of all, before we get started, I want to talk to you folks about the Cash Flow Blueprint. Now, for those of you that have not taken advantage of the Cash Flow Blueprint, unfortunately, you are a little late on our introductory pricing. We partnered up with Larry Harbolt, which is a friend of mine and a friend of the show, friend of the team, 37-year real estate investor. We got together with Larry, brought one of his courses out into the new age, got it online, digitized this product. It is the Cash Flow Blueprint, mind-blowing course to help you get rolling in the right direction as soon as possible. And we were offering that at a one-time low price of $20. Unfortunately, that has expired. The price has gone up, but it is still well within reach. Still tons of value in that course. If that course interests you, either head on over to cashflowguys.com. You'll find it there, or you can pick it up on Larry's website. Head over to larryharbolt.com. And while you're there, take a listen to Larry's podcast. He does a great job putting together content, a lot of information that you're not going to see in his courses and materials. A lot of the stories and things that he's done and the things that have taught him and helped him become a bigger, better investor. So definitely take advantage of the Real Deal podcast put out by Larry Harbolt. Get yourself the Cash Flow Blueprint if you haven't already and get started. So that brings us to this week. And, you know, you go to a place like Belize and you're in such paradise and beauty and quiet and you start thinking and having good conversations. So then you come home and then you get hit with your several thousand emails. That was kind of crazy. And voicemails and, you know, all the craziness. And God forbid you turn on Facebook, because what's important to note, folks, is that I unplugged when I was in Belize, which means no Facebook. Okay. The time I was down there, no Facebook, no email. I let the team ran the business. I stepped out of it, ran the business, and let them run the business, which initially was a little unnerving for me. But then when I got down there, I just decided, well, you know, at some point it needs to happen that way. And it's time to let the business run its own course. Now, keeping in mind, I started cashflowguys.com primarily as a way to share my experiences and help kind of demystify the real estate investing game. Because one thing I realize is that it's not rocket science what we do, folks. We're not reinventing the wheel. But there's a lot of garbage out there. There's just a lot of BS. And I started Cash Flow Guys to make it simple, to demystify this thing that we do called real estate investing. And that really anybody that was willing to put in the work can do this. I mean, I recently met a real estate investor who's deaf. I've met blind real estate investors. You know, it doesn't matter what your thing is. If you can get the work done, if you can do the work, if you can work on relationships, if you can build relationships, you can be very successful in real estate. So one of the things I realized when I got home is that growth time is upon me now. Housing market's at an all-time high in the Florida market and many markets across the country. I'm hearing a lot of people talking about, oh, I can't get a deal. I can't find a deal. I can't do this. I can't do whatever. I'm also seeing, more ridiculous real estate education than ever before. More garbage, more gimmicks, more lies, more scams than I've ever seen before. So we've decided to up our game, to start putting out more materials, more practical content to our listeners to get you guys on the right track and not break the bank at the same time. So part of that process was for me to be able to put together and document my experiences in the form of a course. I needed to offset some of my responsibilities, and to build any business from that's we start as a small business and we grow. My business, except for this podcast, primarily has been very transactional. In other words, we do deals where we work as realtors, we work as syndicators, we raise money, we buy apartment buildings, big and small. That's what we do. But at some point, you want to be able to scale that. You're going to need to scale that. Heck, I needed to scale that. And I went through these phases where I spent so much time on education, then I wasn't working in negotiating great deals. So then I went back to negotiating great deals, and then the education piece suffers. So trying to keep all the wheels, all the balls in the air, and all the wheels turning, I decided some actual listeners of the show, audience, people that met me at one of our cash flow events here in the Tampa Bay area, decided to approach us about getting more involved. They started out as coaching students of mine. That's originally how the relationship was forged, is they hired me as their private coach, which they wanted to learn how to take their business to the next level, and we helped them do just that. Actually, they just closed on a fourplex recently over in Tampa, and I was part of that. So that was a great little deal, and they've worked on raising capital, and they're building an equity fund now, and it's worked out quite well. That said, they really wanted to be part of the Cash Flow Guys brand, what we do. They wanted to take things to the next level. See, they had owned a business in the past, and they sold that business and decided they wanted to reinvest into something else. So they partnered with me to take Cash Flow Guys to the next level. So that's pretty awesome. What that means was, now this time, this is a very unique business. I've never run a business like Cash Flow Guys before. I had my trucking business for many, many years as a broker, and I got to tell you, there were times that I had rooms of 30, 40 dispatchers way back in the day. That got old, that the business expanded, it contracted, it succeeded sometimes, and other times it failed. And, Cash Flow Guys has been a slow and steady growth, but there's always more room for improvement. And what I needed more than, I needed people to help. I needed more bodies, people I could trust, people that were coachable, people that were willing to listen, willing to take action, to do the things I need them to do. And most importantly, people that I feel were extremely ethical, people I could trust. That was the most important thing. And I found that in these people. So we've done that now. We've brought them aboard, and now they are helping me. So part of that process was we hired a business coach basically to help take us, an advisor, to the next level. And basically what their job is, his name is John, and he works for a company it puts out the book called Traction. It's called the Entrepreneur Operating System, EOS. So we've hired them, and let me tell you, folks, this is a very high-end product. It's not a get-rich-quick, anything like that. But basically what they do is they teach us how to supercharge our business, how to take our portfolio to the next level, how to grow our marketing to the next level, how to raise more capital, how to do more deals, how to write more courses, help more folks out. That's what this is all about. We made a significant investment in ourselves by hiring this company to take us to the next level. So for me, that was huge, because I was always the guy that there was a time I would tell you were crazy. This whole coaching thing, I used to make fun of it until I found a great coach. One of my mentors, Jay Massey, another one, Larry Harbolt, people like Peter Fortunato. These are all people that have influenced me. I've learned from them, and a lot of the information that you get is information that I've learned from them, put to practice, verified that it does in fact work, and then I go ahead and offer that information out to you. The best way I feel you can learn from me is to learn, number one, by my mistakes. And number two, learn from my successes, and it has to be in that very order. I think that helps people quite a bit. So moving forward in this program, we've made certain commitments, and we've taken what everything the company does and broken it up into specific roles and specific subsections. And I have stepped down from some roles. Some of those, it was like, oh, thank God. And other ones, it's like, geez, I'm not sure I'm going to be okay with stepping down from this. But I have, because I realized that my job is to help you people, is to help you guys take things to the next level. We want to get you rolling. So what I've done is stepped down from certain roles, picked up other ones. I am in charge of the marketing and content creation now. And my other team members are going to be coming in, and they're going to be assuming responsibility for things that I used to do. One of them is, one of the partners is taking over the financial end of things, as far as overseeing, being the go-to person that babysits the checkbook, which for me is huge, because then I don't have to be involved in the interworking day-to-day. I found somebody that I can trust, that will work with the CFO, work with the CPAs, making sure that everything is the way it's supposed to be. This person has a lot of experience in that field, actually more experience than I do. So as I always tell you folks, don't be the smartest person in the room. Find people that are like-minded and get them involved in your line of thinking, in your vision. Let them see your vision and then participate. And that's exactly what we did. And I'm really excited about it. I don't know if you can tell, but I'm just tickled pink. Because here's one of the other things I realized when I got home. My strengths are absolutely useless if I'm spread too thin. You know, I realized that I sit down on a Sunday and I'll be replying to emails from the audience. I was replying to emails that were like 4 months old, 5 months old. And those of you listening, you may have sent me an email and I haven't replied yet. I am embarrassed to even admit that. I'm sorry, folks, because you took the time out of your day to reach out to me, and I overlooked that responsibility. And for that, I apologize. But moving forward, I'm going to be able to interact more with you and help you get going, because I believe that if you don't take massive action towards reaching your goals in real estate investing or anything, then, well, number one, I'm going to have to support you at some point. We don't want that. But I digress. I want to truly see you succeed, you know, and I don't need to sell you a $100,000 education program to do that. Now, I have taken steps to align myself with some great teachers, great mentors that already have courses put together. Some of those, like Larry Harbold, is helping me put together a couple courses coming up that I'm sure you are going to enjoy. Now, I've been working with him on the cash flow blueprint, cash flow foundations, and we're getting ready to release a fix and flip contractor guide, or course rather, on how to work with contractors, how to successfully do a fix and flip, how to double check their math so they can you're making sure that the bids, that you're not getting ripped off. Because here's the reality of it, folks. I'm not necessarily hoping you all run out and fix and flip, because frankly, I hope you don't. I hope you're smarter than that. But even as a buy and hold investor, you're going to get into projects that need a lot of work. It's going to be critical for you to understand how your bids came to be. So based on that, Larry and I sat down and harnessed Larry's 37 years of experience as a contractor and my experience as a rehabber, put that together, and are putting together a couple courses actually. That way we can break it up in pieces and make it more palatable, make it easier for you to afford, to help you get through this rehab construction process, because it's tough. I get it, and we're going to help you through that. I also realized that what I'm really working on here, folks, is a movement. Cashflow Guys is a brand, yes, but it's a movement. As you realize, I spent the first couple of years in Cashflow Guys not monetizing anything I do. I gave away all the information. Well, that didn't help me out. It put us behind a little bit, but I still feel good that we were able to help people get started and help people get pointed in the right direction. That said, I've decided that I need to outsource more, and I also need to circle the wagons in regard to taking things and stepping them up and getting focused on the fact that I'm, in fact, running a movement here. Make no mistake. You know, when you say movement, you're like, what are you talking about? Is this not my president? No, that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about a movement where I am sick and tired of people overpaying because they don't know any better. I'm sick and tired of the gurus charging people $100,000 to learn how to buy a $50,000 house. That's ridiculous. I'm sick and tired of real estate brokers, wholesalers, people calling themselves investors, for sale by owners, realtors, you name it, taking advantage of the buying public. I'm tired of it, and I'm putting my foot down. So we're starting a movement to educate the masses to be educated consumers. Okay, to be educated consumers, because the educated consumer is the one that does the great deals. They're the ones that puts together the great deals. They're the ones that make money and last in this business. The fly-by-nights, the scumbags, the people you hear about taking advantage of people, those aren't the people I'm talking about, you see. That's not the type of education I'm talking about either. We're going to educate the masses in a big way. We're going to come out and make a big splash, and that's why we're pushing all of our channels all the way across the board to get this information out in the streets, to get you taking advantage of cash flow. Folks, people are selling you all these get-rich-quick, fix and flip, rehab, all this buy tax deeds and all this other garbage. They're selling you this stuff because they know it's what's sexy and what sells. That's the end of the day. They're not selling it because it helps you. They're selling it because it helps them. Anybody that's bought any of Larry Harbolt's courses, the Cash Flow Blueprint or Cash Flow Foundations, knows for a fact that there is nothing in Larry's course materials that's self-serving. It's quite the opposite. Those courses give too much damn information to help you guys get rolling in the right direction. If you can't build a portfolio off of just those two courses, I think something's wrong with you. You might want to reconsider being into the business. But here's the thing. I need to project better what my team can offer to help you guys grow exponentially. And that's going to be coming soon. I'm going to start giving you more of the inside, behind the scenes, what goes on. Cash Flow Guys. We're going to do Cash Flow Guys TV, and we're going to do it big. We're building a new studio, and it's going to be awesome. And we're going to put out all kinds of information, screen videos. We're going to be out in the field. We've got professional video rigs now and the whole 9 yards. We are going to do a fantastic job of delivering you tons of valuable content like we always have before. And there'll be some opportunities for you to purchase in courses and things like that. But that's secondary, you see. It's about providing you the content that you can use today, and you don't necessarily have to swipe your credit card now. So stay tuned for some incredible content. We're going to put that up on the Facebook group. Be watching cashflowguys.com, folks. Cashflow Guys TV is going to be streaming live on our website. We want you on our website. We're going to be putting more effort into YouTube to make a bigger splash. So understand we're going to be out there. If you're listening to this podcast and you are not on my email list, you need to be. Go to cashflowguys.com/register, or just go on my website. There's several different places you can register and opt in. Those of you that know me know you don't get a bunch of spam. You probably wonder if I even exist sometimes, because I'd very rarely email people. I send out this podcast episode every week by email, but I don't send people a bunch of garbage and a bunch of spam, because I get a lot of that stuff, and I hate it when it comes to me. So I take the responsibility of having your email address very seriously, and I'm not going to send you a bunch of garbage. So if you've been resistant in the past, find somebody else who listens to the show and ask them how much email they actually get from me. I assure you it's not garbage. That said, I need to build this brand because this brand is helping people. That's what this brand began as, and that's what this brand is going to continue to evolve as. It is about the people. It's not about the money. Okay, I'm not going to be one of those guys that stops doing real estate because real estate education is more profitable. I do real estate education because people, my audience, the people that take the time out of their day to listen to shows like this and Larry Harbolt's podcast, because I want to make sure that you're getting accurate information. And that accurate information is going to be priced to the point to where it is profitable for us to continue to provide you that information. But I'm never going to have the $100,000 program that'll guarantee you results this year, because that's a bunch of garbage. So that's never going to happen, folks. We're never going to get there. We may buy more apartment buildings, build our fund, whatever. Speaking of which, Cash Flow Guys fund is open for business. We have opened our fund. We now have the structures in place, the legal entities set up. We've got our attorney on retainer. We are all set. So those of you that I've talked to in the past about taking things to the next level, looking at investment opportunities, now is your time to get on my calendar and go ahead and get on my calendar and let's have some conversations and see how we can help you out. That said, I also feel that I have a responsibility to provide jobs and opportunities to other people. So you're going to see a lot of that coming too. We're going to build our real estate team. We're going to be focusing on negotiating great opportunities, working with sellers to find opportunities that we can get out there and get these things sold so that you buyers, you investors are getting deals that make sense and, more importantly, that meet your criteria. Now, my sales team, real estate sales team, if you're looking to invest in the Tampa Bay market or anywhere in the Central Florida market, if you're looking for cash flowing rental property and you need some help getting started in the process, then get on my calendar. Let's have a conversation. Let's help you get your investor identity down pat. I've learned that I got to do a better job at articulating that to you because I hear too many people. Now, fortunately, a lot of realtors, the smart realtors in the market, know that I'm an expert in cash flowing assets. So they refer the business, those type of buyers, to me. The buyers that are looking for cash flowing assets are usually referred to me by the smart agents. The dumb agents try to work them, and then they sell them a property that doesn't cash flow. And these folks eventually are going to hear about me. They're eventually going to get a hold of my podcast, and then they're going to find out that the agent either took advantage of them or did them a disservice because they didn't take the time to educate themselves first. So that said, one of the things that we're going to do is I'm going to put out a training program for real estate agents. So if you are a real estate agent, you should probably be on my list and let me know. Send an email to info@cashflowguys.com that you are a real estate agent and tell me what type of things do you feel that you lack, because I know that the state does not teach you a damn thing about being a realtor except for how to stay out of realtor jail. You want to learn how to get started as investing as a realtor, then maybe you should pick up the phone and give me a call. If you are in my market, definitely give me a call because I'm always looking to add good quality people that are willing to learn to my team. We are growing the team exponentially. Now is your chance. Pick up the phone. Let's get on the phone and talk about what do you have to offer. Let's talk about what we have to offer to you. So here's the thing, folks. Here's another thing I learned when I got home. The people that are generally supportive of you sometimes can also hinder your growth. Now, we know that, and you may think this is off topic, but it's really not, because when we were in Belize, I didn't post anything. And frankly, I still haven't had a chance to get my Belize photographs together and get them on Facebook, but our friends did. And then we were tagged in those photographs, and that's all cool and all that, no problem. But when we got home, people were jealous that we were having a great time, and we spent an entire week off where nothing happened bad. Our customers were all taken care of. All of our clients, our investors, everybody is happy as a clam. Property managers, the tenants, no big deal, right? Well, sometimes the people that generally support you the most, they say things like, well, maybe you shouldn't go on vacation that long next time. That 7 days is a long time because, while you're gone, what if this, what if that? I didn't take that as being malicious, but I did take it as growth hindering, because a lot of people would fall into that rubbish and then maybe not take a vacation. And you deserve to take some time off if you've done the work. If you've done the work, then sure, take some time off. Recharge a little bit. Focus yourself. Center yourself. My point is this. The people that are around you that are telling you that you can't do it, or that maybe you shouldn't do it, or it's too scary, or you might lose money, or this or whatever, you got to ignore those people, folks. Because those people are not going to be there to support you. That I can assure you. They're not going to be there tomorrow to support you. And they're certainly not going to be there when you hit 65 or whatever the retirement age is this week. It's up to you to take care of yourself. It's up to you to take care of your family. It's up to you to take the action necessary to get to where you need to be. Responsibility does not belong to anybody else but you. I'm going to be taking my responsibility very, very seriously. more seriously than I already have. And we all know I'm very serious about what I do. Moving forward, we're going to be even more serious and provide even more value to the Cash Flow Guys community. That said, if you're new to the show and you have not been over to our Facebook group, please join. It is absolutely free of charge. The best way to get there is to go to cashflowguys.com/group. Cashflowguys.com/group. If you go on my website, you'll also see a banner there. You can click on it. It takes you right over to the Cash Flow Guys community on Facebook. Join that. It's absolutely free. People that I'm currently coaching and mentoring right now, they are in that group helping you. I am teaching them. They are helping you. Lance Miller, Jody, a few others. They are there to help answer questions. I answer questions when I have time. I've even got my legal team in there, tax team. I've got all kinds of people in there, people that have been on the show. They're all there to help you be bigger, better real estate investors. So take advantage of that resource. It's there, absolutely free. Other places charge hundreds of dollars a month to get that same information. Okay? And for those of you that are looking for more of a mentorship calls and things like that, if you're interested in joining, we've got a paid mentorship group that I spend some time in every couple times a week. Great group of guys helping. It's kind of a family and helping people get motivated and take things to the next level. Definitely reach out to me. I'd be more than happy to make some introductions, see if you can get involved in that program as well. If you need more, you have questions about that or something like that, just go to cashflowguys.com/ask Tyler, cashflowguys.com/ask Tyler, or send an email to info@cashflowguys.com. So info@cashflowguys.com. And that's going to wrap it up for this week. I'm going to let you off the hook just a little bit early, about 25 minutes in. So we're going to go ahead and wrap it up right there. And I hope you have an amazing week, that you take some action, you get some stuff done, and you get some of that cash flow. Get you some of that mailbox money, folks. Have a great week, and we will see you next time.
This concludes today's episode. You don't have to wait till the next episode to learn to earn.
Head over to cashflowguys.com and contact Tyler and his team for more powerful tips and ideas so you can start generating multiple streams of income and escape the rat race.